You mean, I think it went away when we became profitable companies. My argument is that you can't, corporations can't exist in this industry.
But you know what? They were making more money. They were actually making more money back then, Reese, per unit. The doctors were.
Yeah.
But they put the HMOs on and they turned these companies to conglomerates and they built multiple units. But like we said earlier, the comparison comes from, see, the technology made it like Ira was saying, that was a heavy catalyst as far as Zoom. You know what I mean? Like he said, it existed before, but this pandemic forced you to deal with it like as the new normal. But like I said, with us in dialysis as patient care practitioners, when you had to put that blood pressure cuff on, when you had to take your stethoscope and connect it, listen to their lung sounds, listen to their heart, their breathing sounds, and then listen to their access, you became connected. But now, because of technology, just like with the Zoom, like what we're doing right now, there's no social interaction. There's no interpersonal. This is all technology. So the more with the advent and the expansion of technology, it
further pushes you away, basically.
It severed that connection. So how do you get that? Because medicine is the way medicine is practiced now. It's never been the case. The doctors don't have to touch you anymore.
No, I mean,
another city, and like you can do surgery from another city. Like they can
with robotics.
Yep.
Yeah. With robotics.
With robotics.
It's true.
And see now that what happens is when you walk in the doctor's office, the nurse, first the MA takes your vital signs, gets your information, signs all your documents, takes your vital signs, and then you go, and then the nurse goes to your H&P, history and physical, whatever your database, and then gives the doctor their recommendation. Gives the doctor, marks all the things on the box. So the doctor comes in with your chart, everything marks, and then that's where everything starts. The doctor's not the one that says, what's your name, unless he's a personable doctor. So the way things play out now, there's no room for compassion, is there?
I think that's the challenge. I mean, I think, that's the challenge that we have to face. But they don't see anything wrong with the current system. I mean, that's
they don't mean no harm. They don't mean no harm. They just wasn't around.
They're just not aware.
The people in our generation that are still in dialysis, we connected. Everybody else, they're dead or retired.
Yeah.
I've been in dialysis 32 years. The people I got in dialysis with, they're gone.
Yeah.
Even the biomeds, they're gone. Right. And the same with you.
Yep.
They'd already been in dialysis. When we got there, they were already here 20, 30 years.
Yeah.
When we got there, they're gone.
Yeah. They're
Which makes your story, your plot so important, which gives it so much credibility and value, because we talk about something that they never seen.
No, not in their careers.
I use Dr. what's his name, Marcus Welby, MD. I use him as an example. The doctor who used to have the little bag and go from home to home. Them days, they never seen that. They never seen that. Right. Doctors making house visits. You can't even get your pastor to make a house visit, let alone your doctor.
Right. That's real. In dialysis, doctors don't even have to see the patient. They can chart on the patient. So they can come into the clinic when ain't nobody in the clinic, just like the one behind me where there ain't nobody in the chair. They can come in and document
to make rounds, but it makes it easier. It makes it easier when you have a clinic with 30 chairs. They come around for 2 minutes because they're mandated. They have to make rounds.
Right.
Somebody has to make rounds.
It could be a nurse practitioner,
or it could be the doctor. And in their defense, many of them were not happy with the way that things are practiced now, because Some of them want to see their patients, but is there really room for compassion? How would you reincorporate that?
Yeah, it's, I
Yeah,
mean,
I think it,
tall order. It's,
That's a tall order, bro.
yeah, I mean, because the system as it exists as you said, it's not conducive. And that's the inner battle. Somebody's been I've heard people talk lately about just like empowering elders and like having that, relationship. It's almost like apprenticeships like are gone. You know what I mean? Like there isn't passing of the torch, right?
Right.
You guys are now the veterans, the veteranos of the industry. But you don't have access to the newcomers. Like there isn't that torch being passed, right? So I don't know what the answer is, but I think
yes, you do. Yes, you do.
Yes, you do. Is the answer.
You gave us the answer. You just put a task in front of us, and I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, we got to educate the new ones.
You're going to interview. You guys are going to interview a co-worker of mine. His name is David. Maurice has spoken with him extensively. David, and there are people like him across the country that have started support groups. That have started support groups for dialysis patients and dialysis families to get together, to air, and to question and to evaluate and to challenge the topic that listen, how can we become more interpersonal? And David is good at it. Now, it became stagnated because of COVID, but when the world opens back up again, it'll resume. And that's where, because this can turn into that.
Right.
Yeah, and that's the only way it can be done is with y'all.
Right.
Filmmakers. That's what y'all do.
That's
what you guys do. Yeah, and you guys pose the questions and then help facilitate the implementation of the repair mechanism.
Yeah.
Yeah, because and like what Iris said, he belonged to a wellness organization. I was like, hey, and basically this is the catalyst for what the ultimate goal, which is to reinfuse compassion and morality into dialysis, into healthcare, you know what I mean, into medicine. And like I said, one of my coworkers who's a very good guy, David Baptiste, and you guys are gonna interview him. And that's where you use the people who are in positions to help to accomplish the goals that we all share. It's gonna be done. Thank you, guys.
Yes.
It's gonna be done.
Yeah.
It's gonna be done. I appreciate
Get it done.
I appreciate this exchange. I appreciate this exchange because these type of podcasts give you an introduction. We cover topics, and the good thing about this is primarily it's been about compassion, and to let other people know what's out there, and people are out there. This is how you utilize these portals. That's how you maximize the benefits.
Right.
Because this will bring us together. Because Maurice and I were involved in other ones, but they were talking, it was all administrative. They had no hands-on experience. They were oblivious to that. They were administrators who were under the guise of patient safety and patient concern. They were about increasing their numbers. Like one may have been owned a dialysis school. Because this is another thing. We challenge these people who have dialysis schools, training programs. We challenge you to press these people to be compassionate.
Right.
And we make sure we verbalize that. We press you to make sure that you're not graduating robots.
Right. And invite them to this conversation.
And invite them to this conversation.
You know what I mean? Even if it's under the guise of tell me what you do, but then the conversation, like we started talking about water, dude. Like that's how this conversation started.
Got to hear. That's right.
And that's how it goes because we're human beings first. Right? It's right. I believe you create the environment, the human being's gonna win every time.
Period. Say it again. I'm sorry, my phone rang. Please repeat. Please repeat.
I'm saying you create the environment, the human being, human nature is going to always win because we're human first. Like that's it. That's my whole platform, is creating environments, putting different human beings together, and like the sun comes up every day.
Yes, sir.
Human beings will win. Period.
I think we do have the answer. I think we do have the answer. It has to be the technician.
Yeah.
The technician is at the front line level of patient care, at least in this industry.
Carlisle, that's why this exists. We've talked about this.
That's right.
Like,
that's right.
Just to get you to be on this, like we've had to come through our own, both of us, like our own reckoning with ourselves and what our role is
in the world.
Like, this came through us, and we were like reluctant, like, all right, no, we're just gonna go interview some other people. And I'm like, no, it's about you, and you're the guy. And then it got flipped on, wait, no, I'm the guy. Like we are the guys. You know what I mean? Like that's why we're here. And then Paul just came and put a stamp on it. Like that is what is. Like it's happening. We're in the process because we've been talking about it for
changing the game.
You're not getting emotional.
Years.
We've been talking about it for years. And it's all fine, dude. Like the more I live, the more I get why I've lived.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes. And
I get why things have happened in my life.